Okay, so we have got all our super fun tools here, but I'm going to show you how we start our boondoggle. Now, we folded this in half. So this is going to be the main color I want for my swirly strand. And then I've now taken the colors I want. This is probably at least 36 inches, probably more like 42. Here, hold the camera then, please, hon. You're going to have to watch. Now, I've taken the one, hold it up higher. You're going to have to probably stand up. Don't get me in it, though. I've taken the one she started. They're folded in half. Can you see? You gotta. I need you to bring. I'm gonna be on camera. Bring up, please. Please stand up. You're gonna need to stand up, honey. Keep the camera down, please. Stand up, please. Okay. So I folded these in half, and I'm going to take this one and make. This is my main color, and it's just kind of right there. So I'll bring that over there. Now, if you were laying this on the floor, I'll show you. I don't want to be in it because I had a tonsillectomy and I'm not ready for the day. You can start it this way, but do you see what we're doing? So I'm going to do it with my hand, but the concept is you choose your colors, however many colors you want, and then whatever color stripe you want, the basic stripe. It doesn't matter, really. It's all so pretty. So I'm going to come right here and I'm going to pinch that center. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cross over my thumb there. Can you get this? Do we need to go slow or anything? And then I'm right there. And I'm going to just kind of pinch it. I'm just going to pinch it right there. This gives me just an easy way to hold it. And you can find what works for you, but that's how I do it. Now, this is the part to start. It's a little tricky. I call this the fence because it's kind of like it's closed off. I don't know. I can't think of another better word. And I call this the waterfall because you see how it kind of hangs. Now, obviously, I'm pinching it. But when I wrap this yellow, do I want yellow in the center? Which color? You've got to decide what colors you want. I think, should we put, which color do we want in the middle? Just make sure that's focused on it. It's all right. It's, well, I guess we'll just do that. Those just look really pretty together, I think. And I don't know how they'll lay it. Like, this is my second time. I want to make sure that I'm matching these. I'm going to come here and take the ends, and it's going to go off screen, but I want to make sure, yeah, that's about right. Okay, so I'm still in the center. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to go underneath the side that I call the fence, not the waterfall. If I went into the waterfall, it's just going to slide right down. This side is pinched. I do have to hold it, though. I've got to make sure they can see what's going on here. So this, like I said, this is the trickiest part, but it does get easier. So I'll try to actually even lay it open a little so you can see what's going on. Okay, so I've woven that. Now I'm going to take the other yellow and I'm going to bring it over and I'm going to cross it under the side that I would have called the waterfall because this side has the closed loop, right? And so that's kind of catches itself in there. Now, if I were to tighten that a little, you can kind of see it's already starting to get a weave. And if you have, it helps to have somebody help you at the beginning, especially if you're younger. So now I'm going to take this side, I'm going to come and I'm going to weave this over what I call the fence side. Because I know in my head that's closed off. It doesn't make sense. I mean, I'm sure I could probably, maybe after I do this more, I'll come up with some better analogy to the fence versus waterfall. I don't know, but hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. Okay, so again, you can kind of see that weave is happening right there. I'll tighten that. It just looks so pretty. You don't have to do it like that. You can continue weaving and not tighten it, but you see I'm holding it with my hand. You see I'm holding that right there to keep it so it's not escaping. Thread. Okay, we just got new carpet and there's little bits and pieces where they did not vacuum. Okay, so we've got this. Now this is where you could have somebody help you. But I can get it. I've got adult hands, and I've done a lot of work in costuming and sewing, art, whatever. And I'm going to tighten that. Look how beautiful that's looking. Right there. Okay, so This is going to kind of curl weird. It's going to kind of take a U shape around when you start. But in the end, you can either hook a thing on right now, a keychain. You can hook a keychain on it right now. I'm going to wait a few strokes before. I'm going to do a few more of these weaves, and then I'm going to do it. Now watch again. This is how you make it curly. At least this is according to Christine. You can go straight across, and you can weave it like a normal boondoggle. You've got your thing, and you can start weaving back and forth. I like to go, instead of straight across, I'm going to go toward this corner. It doesn't look like much, like, well, there's not much of a corner, but there is. And I'm going to put my thumb right there. This is how I do it. I'm going to put my thumb right there. Now, a lot of videos I've seen on YouTube show the weaving differently. They don't use the two strands. They wrap this over, and they wrap that over, and then they wind the strands through it, and you can do that. But I'm not going to. It's more straightforward for me to keep this center string right here and just weave through. Okay? So there's my, what I call the fence. If you have a better idea, please put it in the comments and make sure it's nice, please. And then my waterfall side, which I'm still going to clasp, but I'm going to come here. What is this the order we did? I'm trying to remember the order I did it in. Oh yeah, you can look at the order right there. Yellow, green, pink. Okay, so I know my order. And you'll just want to do that. Now, you can continue to do it like I taught you, and I'm going to do one more like this, but then I'm going to show you how I typically do it, especially once it's all started. We'll do it here. I typically just work one side and then I go work the other side, but this is probably more clear for you. And that went pretty fast. Oh, I've got one more color. So now you might not want to go so long as I did. I should have probably done this short so you viewers weren't overwhelmed by the fact that I've got this super long length. But really, I have an obsession with keeping my hands busy. Like, I like to just do this to do it. So I wanted it long so that if I was waiting or something, I'd have it. So here we go. I'm going to tighten this up. And it's looking so pretty. You just kind of work those colors. Now, sometimes you'll see that it's twisty in here. You just go and you can fix your twists. But there, just make it nice and tight. Okay, now I'm going to show you how I do it, how I typically do it. I just showed you how I went yellow, yellow, green, green, whatever color pattern you use. So again, I'm going to make sure this doesn't go across, not straight across like that, to this straight like that, like the basic boondoggle. I'm going to go across at an angle to the other corner. And I probably best to start with the same pattern. So start there and cross. I don't know. Still kind of making sense of these things myself, but here we go. We've got the bridge that you can't get out, and we've got the waterfall side. So when I do my weave, I want to go over the waterfall and through the bridge, but of course you want to hold this. That's the trick of it all, to hold it and keep track of what you are doing. So let me remember how I held it, because you know, you just kind of naturally do things. Make that a little smaller so I can see what I'm doing. There, that's what I do, I guess. I know some people in this world can really not be nice, and I hope you guys will be kind, because I'm a kind person, and I just don't need cynical. Do you know what I mean? Or, you know, those people who just always have something critical to say, like if people aren't doing it fast enough. Oh, I'm actually going to teach you the new technique that I do. So I will go and do all these colors. So I'm going to put that yellow, that green, and the smoother it is, the better. But sometimes I'm not really concerned. Like I go, and I'll just smooth that out when I tighten it. So right there, I've got the 3 colors. Now, see that 1, 2, 3, and there's a space in between. What I'm going to do is I'm now going to go pick up the other side. I'm going to bring it here. It's kind of hard on camera. I don't want to block the view. Making sure to go in front of that. And so this side now, this is where it becomes confusing, at least the way I'm saying it. This side now, it goes over the bridge and through the waterfall, if you want to say it, but quite frankly, if you're looking at it the other way, this side is closed off. So I don't know how to explain that better, but hopefully it's making sense. Does my daughter who's recording think it makes all right sense? Okay, good. And again, I want to make sure that I'm not blocking the camera, but there, I went and did that last one, and then I'm going to go and get the other one. So remember, I always go through the same side. You don't want to like put that yellow there, and on this side you don't want to switch and put the green. They have to go over, under, not over, under. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know. So this is where it gets tricky. This waterfall side is loose here, and the bridge side is over here for this other opposite side. You want to make sure that you're coming under and catching the color, and then you're going to bring it over this waterfall side and under the bridge side of this. I don't know if that makes sense. I hope it does. That's how you catch it. So that they kind of work together, just like teammates, you know, or anything we do in life. They kind of help complement each other on their efforts. So this is a little twist. No, it came untwisted as I did it. It came untwisted as I did it. So I'm going to tighten it. And let's do it again. I'll do this for several times and let you just keep trying. Can you come in a little closer with that, please? I just needed to make sure that they could see how the strands work. So I'm going to take this corner and cross it over to the other one. So I'm going to wrap it there. Now it's kind of come loose, so I'm going to tighten it again, but right there, I'm going to catch it, and I'm going to catch that there, and then I'm just going to begin weaving. I'm making sure that it's the side that it can't escape. Do you see that? And like right there, I don't want it to be able to slide out. It's got to hold itself even once my finger done is. I don't know what I said. I've been taking a lot of pain medicine for this tonsillectomy. I did. I'm older, and it's just, now don't get confused. This isn't a strand. It's just the way I'm holding it is weird. And again, right there, I'm going to do that. Now that might be kind of hard for you, especially if you're younger children. So just do what works best for you. So I've got those three. Now I'm going to push that to that side, and I'm going to come. I'm going to get the ends. Again, if this were longer, if this had been shorter, you could have seen me grab more, but I love to do this. So I wanted hours of fun, so to speak. It probably does take hours. I don't know. I finished the first one today, the first experimental one. My 11-year-old was like, this is way too hard, but then he kind of saw what I was doing. It's like, oh, well, I can do it that way. Just folding down that center color and then weaving through versus the other ways we've seen on videos. Okay, I want to make sure that, okay, and then I've got to come over here and make sure that my pink goes to the opposite side so that it doesn't go, and, well, it won't work. That's the thing. If I had put that pink, if I had just woven that pink through there, it would not have worked. It would have gotten twisted and whatever. So here we go. Another thing, and I'm just going to work this. Now my daughter says that she actually prefers this over making the two-stranded boondoggle. So you're going to have to come a little closer because it's really getting awkward for me. Come in a little more, please. Please come in a little bit more, sweetie. I don't feel well enough. Okay. I know that sounds weird. You get your tonsils out as children. It's like super easy. Not a big deal, but as an adult, like you're like shaking and super weak. Okay, I cross it again. See the corners? I went opposite corners. Please try to hold it steady. And then right there, I'm just going to kind of pinch that with my thing. Now I will go back to doing the one where it's the crossover weave. Just please make sure more of the frame than less of the carpet. Does that make sense? It's so no, it's kind of hot in here, isn't it? Yeah, we're kind of filling up the heat, and I think she wants to get to church soon. I watched church online, so there. So I did that. So I'm going to show you how you just do it. You can do it, like I said, you can work all from one side, or you can just do the weave as you go along. But I'll do it. So it's less confusing. It really is. And I think if you're a child, or maybe somebody who just hasn't had a lot of experience working with your hands and weaving, then you'd want to do this technique where you're going to go back and forth. Because your mind gets used to working with your hands and doing certain things, and it becomes kind of second nature, like brushing your teeth. But if you haven't had years of experience like I've had, decades of experience, then you will want to do this way, where you go back and forth weave and you get to see immediately. Now I'm going to show you how this is shaping up. Try to make this tight. Just try to keep that in the frame straight, because it's focusing on the carpet is the problem. Okay, so I don't know if you see what's happening, but it's looking pretty good. So I'm going to do some, no, we're not going to stop this yet, sweetheart. This is a full video. She's like so ready to be done. Nope, I want them to see, I want them to have the enjoyment of seeing this happen. She's like, no, get a tripod, Mom. Okay. I'm going to try to work a little faster so that we can see. And I'm going to do that technique, like I said, where I'm just going to go forward and back on the weave. I do tend to do the other way, but I don't know. Maybe it's kind of a slower way to do it. No, I don't know that it's slower. It's just different. I gotta come here and make sure that's not twisted on anything. You don't want your tails like going across the pink if you can help it. Although, I don't know. I find this is pretty forgiving. So I'm gonna come here, and the reason I'm making this is because, well, I saw other YouTube videos and they actually did help. But I just hadn't seen this technique. Maybe it's out there. You know, they say there's never really any new ideas, but I don't know. So are any of you going to church today? You have any Sabbath plans? We go to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and we love it. But I will feel better about going to church in a couple of weeks. It takes about 3 weeks for an adult to recover. Do you love hearing me talk about my tonsillectomy over and over? Well, you can mute this, I guess. No, you can't stop the video, sweetheart. Oh, no, we're not done. She's like so ready. I think if you'll notice too, it seems like I keep improving on my style as I go along. Because like I said, I actually only figured this out recently. And today I sat down and I'm like, I gotta try this. So just make sure you watch the video and not like, I really, really want them to see that. My kids like to do this during church. At least my 11-year-old, he particularly has a hard time fidgeting, and I do too because I have ADHD. So for those of you with ADHD who probably are here watching this video, then you'll go, oh yeah, I get it. Just keep your hands busy. That's why I made it nice and long. But I will say, I would suggest that if you're new to this and you're still kind of getting your bearings about weaving, then you should probably make it a bit shorter just to get the hang of how it works. So I'm going to tighten that. And as I'm going along tightening it, I'm going to bring it even closer. I want to make sure that nothing's twisted weird, and it's not. Just kind of pulling that. Okay. Let's do this again. I think I'll probably do about 2 more, and then we'll turn this sideways, and I'm going to show you how cool this is looking, because it is so fun. So I started doing art when I was just a little girl. I've always had this fascination with creating with my hands. And for me, that began with mud pies. And I would go out and make them all over the side of my house. I don't know that my mother would love that. I don't know, she never said anything. Quite honestly, I had kind of a hard childhood, so kind of did what I wanted in terms of not being supervised. Mom and Dad worked, and, you know, some bad things happened. And so I liked to just do whatever. And for me, that was, okay, did I just make a mistake? No. This is where it gets tricky, because this side is the waterfall side now, right? But it's not really, because, well, it is the waterfall side. But I'm going to go under the bridge of the other side, and I'm going to contain the waterfall. What a clever thing. I'm kidding. Okay, so here we go. We got another one done. I just really, these colors, I could just eat them up. They're so tasty looking. Okay, now I'm going to turn this sideways a little and let you see what's going on. You see that? It's kind of cool. Let's do a couple more here. My daughter says she wants me to put that thing on, but I'm not ready to, because I'm really loving the weaving part. We'll put that on in a minute, though. We will. So again, just find out how you want to hold this. It's really up to you, but remember, call it a waterfall, call it a bridge, but do not put your first strand through that. Choose whatever side. You can work from this end, you can work from that end. It doesn't really matter, so long as you've got the basic principle of you catch it through the, no, please don't stop it. Through the bridge. Sweetheart, these videos take a while, because what I can do is either keep it at this pace, or I can slow it down, or I can crop it and edit it. She hasn't really seen me do a lot of these, because they are a pain. But my 11-year-old told me, he's like, if you're going to do it, you've got to do it right. It's got to look good. I cannot promise you, my viewers, that this is going to be amazing, because I have a lot of other things on my platter with 5 children. But I'm hoping that you will come away from here going, ooh, I can make one of those curly keychains. I can be a kid at school who can teach others how to do it. You know, I'd say show off, but really, I don't believe in showing off. I think that the more we help each other, like making YouTube videos like this, the better it is. Life just is nicer with nice people who are willing to teach and share with each other. Accept differences and just be like, hey, you're a child of God and I love you. You know, it's just nice. The world is a better place. No, we're not stopping that though. I don't know what's going on. I'm not worried about any texts. I don't know. What? Oh, you're running out of time. Oh, church starts in 20 minutes. She's getting more, 18 minutes, in fact. Okay, it's all right. We're going to hurry. I'm feeling rushed. Very, very rushed. Okay, I'm going to look at my pattern order. Oh, it was the yellow. You'd think I'd know by now. Honey, just wait. She's like, you're welcome to talk, honey, if you'd like. You can say hello to my viewers. I'm just so famous out there. My little girl is an artist too. She's just always naturally to give. My children all pretty much do. My 14-year-old, he does not love to do it quite as much. You gotta hold steady. You gotta hold steady and probably come a little closer. But he can do it. It's just, I think it's the sitting still that's kind of hard. Okay. I just want it to be, them to have success at it. You're not going to be late for church. She went once with her Aunt Becky to a different, what we call wards, because there's so many of us in one area, that she's going to go a second time though to see her friends and be with our ward, or our church family. Okay, now I might have made a mistake because I'm rushing so much. You know what I mean? She's really worried, and she wants you to see that pretty fingernail she did. It is so pretty. Okay, I got another row here. Let's see how this goes. I'm going to pull my colors. I kind of do it like that. Again, I have adult hands, so that helps. But you can kind of pull it that way, and I think you can kind of just kind of keep it in the frame, please. You're going to have to come over here, honey. We're out of frame again. You're inconveniencing the sick one. There. She's not very worried about that. Okay, again, right there. You be uncomfortable. Well, I'm comfortable because I am shaking from that surgery. Okay. I'm not ready yet. Almost. I think one more strand, and then then they can, whatever, and then I'll have to come back and show it, because my daughter just wants me to be done and get to church on time for her. Okay, so coming out here. See, if I'd made this shorter, you could have watched it. A little different. I hope this helps you guys. It's hard because I'm probably not putting into the same energy of the videos some people do on their YouTube videos, but I just was really like, I've got to teach them how to do this 2-strand down the center. And again, yeah, somebody's probably going to be like, oh, no, that's already been done. There's nothing new. You're staying in strands. Okay, good. And get through that little bridge on this side, because they switch places, right? Okay, no, you're not stopping. No, you're not. Okay, I will. You can talk. It's all right, really. She's kind of a quiet person, but not this quiet. She's just trying to be quiet on set. But no. Okay. I want to do one more, and I'll tell you why. You're not holding it close enough, I don't think. Oh, look at this. Look how cool is this looking. Look at that. No, we're not stopping it. Oh, she's got ants and her bees in her bonnet, however that goes. Okay, so this is the one we started. That's the loop. And so I'm going to open, and I'm not ready to stop this. I'm going to do one more, but I will do this because she wants this on there. No. Hold it steady. Hold it steady. So I'm just putting it through that one. That's the one we started. And there. These can actually tear after a while. I've heard that, so it's kind of sad. I don't know, like, if you want to put glue on there, like, I don't know. I'm sorry, because they only last one. But if it did tear, couldn't you put glue, like some rubber cement glue or something, and then just run the keychain through there? After all this work, you'd kind of like to think so. Now, it got a little loose. I'm probably not going to show you how I finish these. I don't know that I ever have. People have plenty of videos on how to finish boondoggles, but I'm going to do another strand. We'll try to keep it close. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, so I'm going to, again, no, almost, sweetie. I'm going to put this here. I'm going to cross, remember, corner to corner. You want consistent patterns, and guess what? If you don't do it, it's all right. It looks a little bumpy in places, and I'd show you my last example, which was everywhere under the sun. Like, it was definitely not a perfect swirl. It was my first one, and I was teaching my children and my nephew, but it was something I was very proud of. But I gave it to him as a going-away gift today. So they came for a visit this weekend. Okay, so we got that going, and then we're going to do our next color. Just hold it really steady, sweetheart, because by the time I put this on YouTube, see right here, you see what's going on right there. There are different ways to hold this. In fact, I videoed you doing it too, right? Because I kind of showed her another way that I held it. Because this is all work in progress, like just deciding what works best for you. But this is looking kind of loose. So I'm going to tighten that a little so you don't get. Okay, that's the last side. We're going to weave that under there. Go under that bridge. Because it catches. See right there? It has a place to catch. You just got to make sure. That's the big thing. Now, these are my 2 middle strands, so I always kind of go to pulling them that way, and then I'm going to pull this the other way. Looks like I might have made a mistake, did I? Oh no, I just didn't catch it. Oh yeah, there. Now, hold still. Did I do it? Wait. You're wibbling the camera. My little quiet camera woman. Okay. This is how you do it. You kind of pull it all the different ways. She actually likes this way more than she does. Okay, just one more. Seriously, just one more. Really, just one more. Really, honestly. It's too low for me, right? Okay, well. So I'll show you the way is this the way I taught you? You're going to have to hold this up a little more. Is this the way I taught you today? I think I did this way for her. No? Well, I'm going to do it this way, right here. I don't know. This is the way I'm going to teach them now. I've just switched my fingers. Do you see that? Now, instead of using my thumb, and it's still too much carpet, sweetie. Instead of using my thumb, I'm using my pointy finger. No, don't look at the time, please. Church starts in 11 minutes. You'll be just fine if I do this. So I'm going to do it this way. You see, there's still the fence and there's still the waterfall. And I pull that through. And I'm going to work fast because my daughter is making me like, rush, hello. Okay, now, however you do it, I mean, just play around with it and be like, oh yeah, I like how this feels or not. Okay. And I wish I could have her. I think I videotaped a little bit of her doing it, so I might hook that on to here because she holds it a little different. That's when I was like saying, oh, try this, try that, because I didn't know myself, but my kids wanted to learn what I had accomplished. But now I think we're going to start discovering ways that make us feel best, like to hold it. So let's see that. That's looking good. And get this last one. I just feel like that camera keeps moving. Are you sure it's in the picture? Okay, this is where it gets tricky because it could slide off there. And so you want to bring it back up there and make sure you contain that. And then we're going to go and get this one. If you'll notice, I've just kept going on the same pattern. Always the one side goes to the right and one side goes to the left. So here we are. And I will pull this, make sure I'm in screen. And see, that's twisted right there. So I'm just going to come here, just mess around with it. It's really not that hard. It's just, it might look daunting, but it's not. So it's pretty good about pulling these. I just got this at Amazon, this stuff. I searched around and I found the one that had the best amount of length. Now, I think I should show them one more, and I'm sorry, Hannah. I've got to show them the one strand that is what I learned on. And you can try it if you want. I don't love it. And it might actually alter how the effect looks, but we're going to rotate this way this time. And what the people did, if I remember right, they brought over one here, and they brought over one there. It's easier right now because I've got this laid out so nice. So when you get it set as good as I've gotten it, then it kind of just sits really well. And I've got one right there. Well, what you see is you've got these others from the side. So then they're going to go over to this side. And you can either pull it one at a time, or like me, you could probably just bring it over the top. But we'll do it for sake of being organized and in presentation. We'll do it right there. And then like right, that kind of got a little twisty. This is where see that yellow was a little twisty. So there. Now I bring that over. Okay, let's make sure you stay in the frame because I can't watch at all times. So now you've got this row of those things, and you've got your stripe color. Where did my stripe color disappear to? Let's see. So it's all disappearing. Oh, there's my stripe color down where it shouldn't have been. I should have kept it over here. So right there. Now, what you're going to do with this is just the opposite way that I've been doing. It's just so much more. You're going to take this long green strand, and again, like it might actually change my weave, so I don't know, but you're going to find the side, and I look for the bridge versus the waterfall still, because this side is still loose, so I don't want to bring it through there. I want to bring it through the bridge one, the one that is going to keep it contained. Then I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to go, where is the bridge of the thing? And again, I did these kind of wrong. I need to put the green on that side. See, this is, I don't know if I can, I don't want you to be late for church, but I want to show this. How did they do it? You know what? I'm going to start again. You guys forgive me. Here, right here. You might pull out a little. I'm going to actually put it over my finger, and I think that's how I did it to begin with. I kind of put it over my one finger, and then I just worked it, so I made sure that it's held, that I'm not like, okay, where's the bridge versus the waterfall, and right there. And then again, oh, I'm so totally shaking from the surgery. And which side did I do? Okay, so then this one's going to go over that top, and this one's going to go this way. Okay, I'm working fast. Now you see it just gets really kind of tricky, but you have to remember which side is the water. That's the waterfall side, so I'm not going to weave this tail through that waterfall side. I'm going to weave it over the waterfall and under the bridge. So here we go. Under the bridge. Out. And then again, go under that bridge. And then go under. Where's my bridge here? Oh, there. Yeah, you gotta watch the screen because I can't see how. Right there. So we've got that weave, and then we're gonna come over here, and I'm going to weave it through. Now, this time, since I'm coming from the other side, I'm gonna find the bridge on this side, and that's right there. It's every other one. And maybe this isn't how I learned it. I really don't at this point. I have not done the first technique that I learned. Okay, make sure that stays in order, and then I'm gonna have to, you guys are gonna be so confused by this, but if you wanna try it, go ahead. Right there. So you see what happened there? The weave is still there. I'm going to kind of pull my fingers out, and you've still got the lead stripe wire, and you've got these ones right here. Now let's see how that worked in terms of, did it change my pattern? I don't know. It didn't? Okay, well, we'll see. Hold it steady. Make sure I'm in screen. Okay. I feel like you're kind of moving that way, yeah. I'm paying you really well to do this, sweetheart. Okay.
I'm doing it right.
I just feel like it's going over and over. Okay. Hey, no, it didn't change the pattern. So it's really up to you how you do that. I'm going to bring that closer because honestly, I think this is gorgeous. I just think it is so pretty. And look at, oh, wait. Okay, you guys, my daughter wants to get to church. I hope you have a great Sabbath. Thanks for watching.